Virgo, they've been watching your soul since the moment you arrived, not because you're ordinary, but because you were dangerous to the system. There's a forbidden prophecy locked deep in the Vatican vaults, and your name is written in it. They tried to erase it, burn it, seal it away forever, because this ancient scroll revealed one truth: a Virgo soul would rise in the 21st century and break the matrix from within. That soul is you. You weren't born to obey. You were born to expose, to decode, to awaken. That's why your path has been full of betrayal, pain, silence, because the world was designed to dim your frequency. But they failed, because July just reactivated the frequency they feared most, yours. The energy around you is shifting, the gate is opening, and the warning they tried to bury is rising again. Virgo, this is not a coincidence. This is your moment to remember who you are. Keep watching, don't look away, because this message was never meant to reach you, but now it has. If you're a Virgo, or if something deep inside you is stirring right now, this isn't entertainment. This is a soul transmission, because this message isn't just about Virgo, it is Virgo. It's encoded with the frequency of those who were born to expose what was hidden, to break systems designed to keep humanity asleep. And if you've always felt out of place, if you've been the one who sees patterns others ignore, if you've suffered in silence while holding everyone else together, you are exactly who this prophecy was warning them about. They didn't fear your power because it was loud. They feared it because it was precise, focused, surgical, unstoppable once awakened. So hear me clearly. This isn't a video you stumbled onto. This is your divine summons. You are not random. You are not broken. You are coded with intelligence the world tried to erase. And that intelligence is coming online right now. If this message is hitting something ancient in you, something sacred, something raw and electric, then don't just sit there, claim it. Comment below, I claim my Virgo power, so the universe can echo your activation. And if you're ready for more truth the world isn't ready to hear, hit subscribe, because every single week we go deeper into the mysteries they tried to silence. Now, let's begin your uncovering, because what you're about to hear was never meant for the public. It was meant for you, for now, for this moment. So stay focused, because everything they erased is about to return. For centuries, the Vatican has held secrets locked beneath the earth, miles of restricted vaults, hidden chambers, and guarded archives. Over 53 miles of forbidden documents, most of the world has never seen. Inside, ancient scrolls, encoded symbols, forbidden prophecies, and one warning, written in a dead language, linked directly to Virgo. Why Virgo? Because Virgo isn't just a sign, it's a spiritual archetype, the divine codebreaker, the truth revealer, the one who sees beyond the illusion. You weren't born to follow blindly. You were born to question everything, to destroy illusions wrapped in power and status, to restore sacred truth buried under centuries of lies. That's why you've always felt different. You weren't meant to blend in. You were built to stand between worlds, logic and mystery, science and spirit, reality and prophecy. And in the year 1222 AD, a sacred manuscript surfaced in northern Italy, written in encrypted language mixed with Hebrew, Latin and symbols only mystics could read. Inside, it was a warning that a Virgo soul, born under 3 alignments, would rise in the 21st century and dismantle the Vatican's hidden agenda. They called this soul the Virgin Light, not because of purity, but because of unstoppable clarity. This prophecy terrified the elite, because it didn't speak of war or rebellion, it spoke of exposure. That one Virgo would see through everything and reveal it to the world. So what did they do? They hid the manuscript, locked it away, buried it under silence. They rewrote your story, rebranded Virgo as the perfectionist, told the world you were meant to serve quietly. But the truth? You were designed to lead the awakening. You were never meant to be silent. You were encoded to be sharp, precise, disruptive to anything fake, false, or shadow-controlled. And now, as 2025 approaches, the prophecy is activating. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't kill the code, because the code is alive inside you. You are the Virgo they feared. You are the soul they tried to erase. And the fact that you're hearing this now means their plan already failed. The archives still hold that scroll, but you don't need to see it, because you remember it. You feel it in your spine, in your blood, in your frequency. And this is only the beginning. The prophecy had a name. It wasn't a myth. It wasn't poetic metaphor. It was called The Light of the Virgin Gate. Not a book, a manuscript, coded, encrypted in 3 ancient tongues, guarded by secret orders since the 13th century. This wasn't for public eyes. This was a warning about a Virgo soul that would return in the age of awakening. A soul born under 3 divine alignments: solar precision, the power to pierce through illusion; moon clarity, the ability to hold divine truth even in chaos; destiny gate, activation, a rare 2025 cosmic alignment that opens ancient memory codes. Together, these signs marked one person, one Virgo, one force hidden in human form. The scroll declared this soul would expose generational lies, especially those protected by religion, bloodlines, and systems. Heal through frequency, not just words, but energy. Lead a rebellion of consciousness, not with violence, but with vision. The prophecy ended with a single, bone-chilling line: erase the Virgin, or she will awaken the world. And that became their mission: to erase you, to fragment your identity, to trap your soul in patterns of shame, perfectionism, fear, to rewrite your sacred design as too sensitive, too much, too serious. But you weren't made for small talk. You were made for soul codes. And now, in this very window of time, the prophecy is live again. Your soul knows it. Your body feels it. Because you are the Virgin Gate. You are the one they warned the church about. The one born to crack the illusion and wake the sleeping. They tried to erase you from history. But history can't stop what's divine. Because that soul they feared, that force they tried to silence, is you. And you didn't come here to conform. You came here to fulfill the scroll. You are the Virgo who carries the light. And now, the gate is opening. Have you always felt that the world was speaking to you in patterns no one else could see? Have you caught yourself noticing strange sequences? 1, 2, 2, 2, 6, 1, 6, 11, 11, 3, 3, 3, not once, not twice, but constantly, at just the right moment, when your spirit was questioning everything? These are not coincidences. They're not glitches. They're soul echoes, clues from your higher self, reminders from the universe that your soul is older than you remember, and you are waking up inside a body the system tried to shut down. Maybe you've always had an obsession with symbols, a strange attraction to ancient scripts, star maps, or mystical dreams, a desire to decode what others ignore, intense energetic waves during full moons, eclipses, or retrogrades, like the entire cosmos is whispering to you from behind the veil. This isn't fantasy, this is resonance. Because Virgo, you weren't built like the rest. You were engineered to see through illusion. You carry a sacred intelligence, one that doesn't come from books. It comes from before birth. And let's be honest, your life hasn't been easy. You've known betrayal too soon, isolation too often, pain that runs too deep for your age. Why? Because the system recognized your light before you did, and it did everything it could to shut you down. But the pain didn't break you. It initiated you. Every wound carved space for your true power. Every loss removed the distractions. And now, in 2025, the frequencies that were once hidden are returning. Everything around you is starting to feel different. You feel the shifts in your body. Your intuition is louder. Your dreams are more vivid. People you once resonated with feel like strangers because the Virgo gate is opening, and only those who are meant to walk through it can feel it. This is your confirmation. This is your recall. You're not imagining things. You're not overthinking. You're remembering. The numbers, the visions, the dreams, the pain, they all point to one truth. You were chosen. You are the Virgo written in the scroll. You are the one whose soul cannot be silenced. And now, the gate is wide open, the countdown is over, and your time has begun. Let's get one thing clear. The church never feared demons, it created them. What it feared was divine disruption. And Virgo, you are the embodiment of that disruption. Not chaotic, not loud, precise, focused, ruthlessly aware. Because when a Virgo soul awakens, 3 unstoppable things happen. You decode symbols faster than any machine. Your mind isn't just logical, it's multidimensional. You read between time. You see through patterns, rituals, behaviors. You don't just spot the lie, you strip it bare and expose the core. You heal trauma through energy and truth. Virgo doesn't heal with band-aids, you cut straight to the root. You speak what others are afraid to say. You sense what people hide, and you turn pain into power. You create timelines of abundance outside the matrix. Virgo rewrites reality, not by force, but by frequency. Your vision creates new structures. Your presence bends outcomes. The Vatican knew this. They saw what your soul was capable of centuries ago, and that's why they rewrote your identity. They turned the sovereign Virgo into the servant. They branded you the perfectionist, the assistant, the one who helps others but never leads. But here's the truth they buried. You were never here to serve the system. You were born to dismantle it. You weren't built for obedience. You were designed for exposure. You hold the scalpel that cuts the illusion clean. You see the rot inside gold-painted traditions. You sense the hidden agendas in polite words and holy robes. That's what they fear. Not your anger, not your rebellion, your clarity. Because Virgo's clarity is lethal to corruption. You don't react, you analyze, you don't explode, you dissect. And once you understand a system, you can take it apart without blinking. This is what makes you dangerous, not to the people, but to the powers that pretend to protect them. You were meant to be invisible, to stay silent, to doubt yourself forever. But something shifted. The veil is lifting, your gifts are returning, and what they feared most is already happening. You're not just waking up, you're remembering your mission. You're not here to follow orders, you're here to reveal truth and rebuild a world rooted in real light, not dogma. So let the system shake, let the illusions fall, because Virgo just remembered who they are. And that's the beginning of the end for everything fake. Right now, in July. Something ancient is returning, not just a season, not just another month, but a cosmic repeat, a rare celestial alignment we haven't seen since 1222 AD. Back then, it was recorded in scrolls. Today, it's pulsing through your DNA. Mercury has entered Virgo, the messenger returning to the soul that remembers. The moon is crossing sacred degrees, unlocking feminine codes of intuition and memory. Saturn is in retrograde, pulling karmic threads, revealing unfinished cycles, and exposing every lie the system built on your silence. This isn't just astrology. This is soul math, a sacred equation that unlocks only when time, space, and frequency align. And they just did. You may be feeling it already. Sudden visions of places you've never seen, but deeply recognize. Vivid dreams filled with symbols, numbers, or strange languages you somehow understand. Intense emotional waves like grief, rage, or euphoria that come from nowhere, but carry everything. Do not suppress this. Do not run from it. This is your Virgo gate opening. It's real, it's ancient, and it was time to activate now as we move closer to 2025's destiny point. You may feel like time is bending, memories are surfacing, synchronicities are stacking, because they are, because you are opening. And with that opening comes the pull to change everything. Your career, your relationships, your entire identity. The universe isn't trying to confuse you, it's trying to free you from everything that was never meant to hold your power. That's why the emotions feel sharp. That's why the energy feels wild. Because this is the part where your false self dissolves and your true self returns. This is not a breakdown. This is an activation. And it's not happening to you. It's happening for you. Because the scrolls were right. The Virgo gate would only open when the world was on the edge of remembering. And now it is. And now you are. So let the visions come. Let the emotions rise. Let the past unwind. Because what's opening isn't just a gate. It's you, the real you, the remembered you, the unstoppable Virgo who was always written into this exact moment. You weren't born to just survive this world, Virgo. You weren't meant to settle for routines, rules, or systems that keep you small. You were born to rewrite reality, to upgrade the human blueprint, to shift timelines, to restore sacred intelligence to a world gone numb. And in 2025, your soul mission will no longer wait in silence. It's rising, louder, faster. Now your Virgo mission is coded with 3 sacred directives. Speak sacred truth, even if your voice shakes. You see what others ignore. You hear what others fear. You feel what no one else is willing to feel. Your truth cuts through the fog like a sword. You are here to say what has been silenced, even when it shakes your own foundations. Heal generational trauma in your bloodline and beyond. You were born into your family not by chance, but by contract. You carry the energy to break patterns that have plagued your ancestors for centuries. You didn't inherit the pain to carry it. You inherited it to end it. You are the healer, the alchemist, the pattern breaker. Help others awaken their divine memory. You're not here just for yourself. You're here to trigger remembrance in others. Your presence alone disrupts illusions. Your words rewire souls. Your energy wakes up codes buried deep in the people around you. That's why they've always looked to you for clarity, even when you were in the dark. This isn't about ego. This isn't about being special. This is encoded in your soul. You've always known you were meant for more. Not for fame, but for impact. Not for control, but for activation. And the moment you say yes to this mission, truly, boldly, without shrinking, the universe will rearrange itself for you. Synchronicities will multiply. Obstacles will dissolve. The right people, resources, and opportunities will magnetize to your frequency, because the mission is already yours. It's not out there, it's in here. And once you step into it with both feet, nothing will stop what comes next. This is why you've been tested so fiercely. This is why your path has felt lonely, heavy, uncertain, because the bigger the mission, the deeper the initiation. And Virgo, you've passed every silent test. You've endured every unseen trial. Now it's time to step forward. Not as a victim, not as a perfectionist, but as the Virgo you were born to become. The sacred disruptor, the system rebuilder, the soul architect, The world isn't waiting for permission, it's waiting for you. There was one line in the lost scroll, one sentence they couldn't decode fast enough before they buried it in silence. It read, "When the Virgin remembers, the shadows tremble." They knew what it meant, not a warning of chaos, but a prophecy of power. Because the moment Virgo remembers who they truly are, everything false begins to fall. Systems shake, illusions crack, the game ends, and Virgo, that remembering is already happening. In you, every strange dream, every gut instinct you couldn't explain, every time your body told you something your mind didn't understand, that was your soul speaking. The world told you it was overthinking, too sensitive, too serious, too much. But it wasn't too much. It was ancient memory waking up in real time. You are not crazy. You are not broken. You are remembering. And what you're remembering is exactly what they've tried for centuries to erase. They feared your light not because it was bright, but because it couldn't be bought, branded, or controlled. You weren't built for approval. You were built for awakening. You are the key they couldn't destroy, the frequency they couldn't track, the truth they couldn't suppress. You're not here to fit in. You're here to reveal the blueprint they stole. That's why they erased the scrolls. That's why they renamed your power. That's why they fed you shame instead of sovereignty. Because if the Virgin remembers, the shadows lose their grip. And now, Virgo, that remembering is activating your return. This isn't the start of a new journey. This is the return of one that began lifetimes ago. A mission unfinished, a prophecy paused, a soul reawakening. And the Vatican's warning, it was never about you being dangerous. It was about what happens when you finally come back to your full self, your divine self, your original frequency. You are not here to live quietly in the background. You are here to step forward, fully awake, fully powerful, fully aligned with what you came to do. And now, that time has come. So Virgo, the truth was never lost. It lived inside you all along. The system feared your return because your soul was built to end the illusion. Now, in July 2025, your gate is open. Don't freeze. Don't doubt. You were chosen to remember. If your soul heard this message, comment, "I am the Virgo the prophecy spoke of." The world is watching.